back to my channel. Today we're going to be making some vegan vanilla fudge using the Carnation Vegan, and I'm also going to include an extra ingredient into mine, so carry on watching. It is going to be a festive Christmas edition, so I've got my Christmas jumper ready, I've got my pan ready, I've got all my kit set up, and follow along to see what I do.
Firstly, into my pan I'm going to add 350 grams of Demerara sugar, and then 115 grams of vegan spread or butter, and here I'm using Flora, and also 370 grams, which is 1/14 of Carnation Vegan, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now in this one I actually put that on the heat, but what I should have added in as well is 120 millilitres of vegan milk, so almond, soy or something like that. Unfortunately I did add it in later, but I didn't film that bit where I added it, so I did actually put the caramel on to heat before I added my milk, but you do want to add it here. So once that's all into the pan, you want to put it on a low heat and bring that up to a boil, stirring it constantly so it doesn't burn. And then once that's boiling, we're going to add in our sugar thermometer and get that up to a temperature of 115 degrees. So it takes roughly about 5 to 8 minutes with it simmering away and bubbling up. Just keep stirring it just to make sure that it doesn't burn again. There's no need to worry if you haven't got a sugar thermometer. There is a way in the recipe, which is in the description box, where it mentions that if you haven't got one, what you can do is take a little bit of the fudge out with a teaspoon and drop it into some ice cold water just to make sure it forms a ball. Now just be very careful when you are dealing with the caramel and any hot fudge. It is increasingly warm and obviously there is a risk of burning yourself, so you don't want to be doing that.
now my fudge has reached 115 degrees. I'm just going to leave that just off the heat, just to cool. So we need to give that 5 minutes to cool before we can do our next step. So I'll see you in 5. So it's been 5 minutes since I let my caramel cool. And what I'm going to do is just pop it onto, I've got a little cork mat here on my board. And what you now need to do is give this a good beating so it loses all its shine. So at the minute it's nice and luscious. I want to make it really dull, so this does give you dead on because it takes about 10 minutes, but I'll show you what the finished product looks like. So it's been about 10 minutes, I've been beating my fudge and it's gone a little bit thicker, as you can see, and it's not as caramel glossy. So I can see as well it's getting a bit harder to stir. So now into this, the final ingredient, and you don't have to do this, but this is what's going to make it Christmas edition. I've got some of my Christmas cake that exploded. So if you haven't seen that video, I will link that down in the description box. That was a little bit of a blooper. So I'm just going to pop that into there. And give that a stir to combine. Now my cake batter is all in there with the nuts and the alcohol. I'm just going to pop it into my tin. I'm actually using a 8-inch silicone mould here. You can actually use a tray and then just line it with parchment paper, but I do think this is a little bit better. So I'm just going to scoop this in and give my pan a scrape out. So now all my fudge is into its silicone tin, and what I'm going to do is just leave that out a little bit to cool on the side, and then it's going to pop off into the fridge, and I will cut that up tomorrow morning. So unfortunately you won't see me cutting this one tonight, but what I will do is just insert some photos of how that looks now. The way that I like to cut it is I cut it in half, cut each section into 3 side, and then do the same the opposite way because obviously it's a square tin. So I'm sure whoever you make this fudge for, I hope they enjoy it. If you're making it just for yourself, that's perfectly okay, and why not, you know, it's been a rough year. Hope this is a video you've enjoyed. Please do remember to give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more good stuff coming your way, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye!